can hear these birds twittering away. I'm at the Arboretum in Nottingham today.
Hey, well done, girl, well done.
It's a different event and hopefully the first of many. It's all about the well-being of people in recovery from a drug and alcohol addiction. Well, we're at the Arboretum. What's going to be happening here today then?
Hello. Well, hopefully, and I'm hoping it's going to be work out right, that the two walks, one that's set out from Clifton and one that's set out from Bulwell, are actually going to make it here together as a group. Right. Round about 1 o'clock is the plan.
What's the idea of in fact, what is the event today?
The event today is a one step at a time. It's all about recovery, showcasing recovery, showing people that they're not alone, giving friends and family a chance to meet and see that other people, not only have they recovered, but they're not the only ones.
Going up to the bandstand. Woo! Celebrations! Woo! Whoop whoop! Woo! Come on, celebrations, you've made it! Woo! Yay! Are you alright with us being on it? Yeah, that's fine, yeah, that's okay. Where did you come from?
Wells, what's your involvement today?
Well, I'm part of the Inclusive Recovery Cities team. I'm a recovery connector. So in terms of organizing the event today, I've been involved, although Mel and Miggy did most of the organizing. I was just doing the background work, you know, the printing, you know, the write-up of certain things and designing of certain things. So yeah, that's how I've been involved in this event.
It's been a nice turnout, hasn't it?
Yeah, say that again.
It's been a nice turnout.
It's been a nice turnout. I also did one of the walks, which is the South Walk. It was I actually,
is that the one from Clifton?
Yeah. I actually enjoyed it. I thought I wouldn't, but I did enjoy it. It was nice and easy, and everything worked, you know. It was on time, and the turnout was great as well.
And you've got the weather on your side.
We do. In the morning when we walked, the weather was ideal for walking, and it improved a little bit when we got to the Arboretum. So you can see it's quite nice and sunny. So yeah, it's been great all around.
Claire, what are you doing here today then?
Well, I've come to be supportive and to sign the charter. I think we do need inclusive cities, inclusive recovery cities, but just being inclusive growth. And so much of our region have people in it who have a range of different challenges, but they also have huge potential. And I don't want to leave anybody out in the way in which we can make this region a great place to live, to work and to learn.
You mentioned charter. What's that all about?
So the Inclusive Recovery Cities have put together a charter where they are encouraging their different partners, different public sector organisations to support the work that they're doing and the ambition to make this more inclusive. I guess that's also thinking about things like skills, about work opportunities, about the way in which we provide public services.
Shout out to the team, to the ARC team. So my name's Miggy, this is Mel, Claire and Wells is around somewhere as well. We're employed by Double Impact to be part of the Inclusive Recovery Cities team. We're just going to give some thank yous at the moment. We're not going to do massive long speeches. We've also got Claire Ward, who is the Mayor of East Midlands, who's come to sign our IRC charter. I'm not going to go through the charter. We've got it on the table and it's a public document that anybody can look at. This is part of the process of Nottingham becoming an inclusive recovery city, so it's part of the formalities that we're about. So just to say a little bit about the IRC, it's a national and international movement. It's a recovery movement. All of you consider yourselves part of that movement. That's what we're doing today. We're getting people together, all the different services, the grassroots services, charities, the statutory services. We've got the council here. We're in partnership with the universities as well. Thank you to everybody who's come out today, all of the services, all of the ice cream, the coffees, the potato stall. We couldn't do it without all of you and all the help to all the walkers. I just want to thank two of our funders as well. So it was the Community Chest Fund from the Uni of Nottingham and also Travel Well. I'll just say thanks to Laura from Active Knots, thanks to the Walk Knots Festival, thank you to St Peter's Church, thanks to Nottingham and Nottinghamshire Council, Framework, both of the unis in the city, the Mayor who's come out today, Richard and the It's in Nottingham team who's helped us with the litter picking equipment. Thank you so much to Andrew, Anne Beaker, Real One and all the team at the Community Champions. Thanks to I'm Not From London who are going to be doing the bandstand for us today. Thanks to all the volunteers who've come out today as well and over the weeks who've helped out. We also had help from a wonderful ad company who's been helping us. Thanks to Liz. Thanks to Chris Senior from Framework. Thanks to everybody that's attended the Recovery Ally training that Claire's been doing out in the community. Is there anyone that we want to thank, Claire, particularly? I know we've got Maria from Crabtree.
We've had so much contribution from everybody who's joined the Recovery Ally training. Open to anybody in Nottingham, everybody who's come on it, become a friend to the recovery community. Just talk about it, expand it, with your help and support. Thank you.
I think it's a cracking charter. I think a lot of stuff that we've laid out is really going to help us in the recovery community in Nottingham. We need all the help we can get to make it happen and keep moving forward. Are you happy to sign the charter, Claire?
I am. So first of all, thank you very much for inviting me. For those of you who don't know, I'm not the kind of mayor that comes with the gold chain. I'm the kind of mayor that comes with the power and the money to change our region. And that's my job. But the way in which we do that, by taking money and power from Westminster and Whitehall, bringing it locally so we can make decisions about how to improve our region, but most importantly, improve the life chances of the people who live in it. And that means everybody. And what I really liked about this particular initiative of the Inclusive Recovery City is that if we want to make the best of our region, then everyone has to be part of that. That is real inclusivity, and it's something that I'm tasked with to try and do when we think about getting investment, getting companies in, looking at skills, looking at housing. but we need to also recognise that many people need support to be able to get onto those ladders in the first place. And clearly that's what you're looking at and the work that you're doing across the city and beyond in the county. So I want to be able to give that support to you. I hope that over coming years, because we're a brand new authority, we've only been in existence a year, just getting set up still, but I hope that over coming years we can work closely with you and make sure that every person who is involved here, who wants to be part of our community, who needs that support to do so, to access skills, to access good jobs, to access homes, we're there to be able to give them those opportunities. So thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward to signing that charter.
Give it up for the mayor! Fantastic. There's the chart as well. If you could just sign it on that side there, just there.
There, or on this bit here. Where do you want it?
Just down the bottom.
Down the bottom.
There. Yeah. Nice and big, please. Nice and big.
Donald Trump style. There we are.
Hooray! Charter signed! Right, thank you once again to everybody.
Part of our Inclusive Recovery Cities agenda is to hold public events. The wider part of the agenda is to break down stigma for people recovering from drugs, alcohol and other community problems that people face in their lives. What we try to create by breaking down the stigma is a safe arena that is supportive of people trying to recover, so that they can grow into that area, grow into their own personality, their own personal development, and take their lives forward.
And it's the first event of its kind today.
It's the first one in Nottingham. Yes, it is the first one in Nottingham, but there are inclusive recovery cities developing actually across the world. We know there's some in the Balkan states, there's some in America, I think we've got some in the probably Sweden, Denmark, that type of area as well. So yeah, they're all across, and there's currently 10 in the UK, and we're one of the newest ones.
How long's Double Impact been going?
It's funny you should ask that. Last Sunday we were 27 years old, so we were a Nottingham born and bred charity that started in 1998 by a person who was in recovery from drugs and alcohol themselves. It was their brainchild, and we've taken that work forward for all that time.
And I believe you had a couple of walks today too.
We do. We wanted people to have that chance to meet along a route. So we had a southern route that started in Clifton and wound its way from the south, and then a northern route that started in Bulwell and obviously wound its way from the north. And the idea being that people could join at the start or join at any point, just to talk and to celebrate their own personal journeys and their own personal recovery.
And how do we find you online, Graham?
Online, it's doubleimpact.org.uk.
Luke, Studio House Project, what's that all about?
So we are a 6 to 9 month residential rehabilitation centre, so people will essentially come and live with us, and they spend that time learning how to live in abstinence-based recovery. The difference between somewhere like us and a short-term stay is that we believe that people need a bit more time to be able to break those habits and those belief systems that they carry with them through their active addiction. And we teach about abstinence, so it's not about controlled drinking or changing what drug or drink that you use. It's about completely ridding yourself of the need to use any of that to change the way you feel and to be able to live with yourself and live life on its own terms.
So you deal with alcohol and drugs?
Yes, yeah, both alcohol, drugs, food, and other addictions. Any addiction is covered by us as well, yeah. So it doesn't really need to be an addiction specifically drink or drugs based, because addiction affects many different people and many different walks of life, and we are equal opportunities in everything to do with that.
When you say food addiction, you're talking about overeating or a particular food?
Yeah, no, overeating and such as well. So, you know, if you're addictively eating, then you are spending all of your money and all of your time eating to an unhealthy amount and becoming obsessed with that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
And how do we find you on social media?
So you're going to look for Studio House Project on both Facebook and Instagram. You can also go to www.studiohouseproject.org.uk, and that will take you to our website and give you all the information that you need.
We just have a little bit more understanding about their family and how to handle that.
Omara, you're here today at the Arboretum as part of this event. Who are you representing?
I'm here representing our company called Al-Hurraya, which means freedom. We believe everybody deserves an opportunity to feel free and to be open and to be supported in whatever they're going through.
And what in particular do you sort of support? What?
So people who have been through traumas that can be from domestic violence, knife crime, gambling addictions, drug addictions, homelessness, any issues that are happening in society, we tackle all of those.
And do you go to a lot of similar events?
We try to show a representation at every event that's happening in Nottingham, and we're also working in Derbyshire as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do we find you socially?
We are on all the social medias. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We have a website as well. You can visit us at alhurraya.org. If you want to know where Al-Hurraya will be next, you can check on our website, or our Instagram is the most used social media platform at the moment. We're quite active on there. Join in, give us a follow, see what we're doing, see if you can recommend us to anyone who might benefit from our services.
Why don't you move yourself around that way a bit?
Jamie, Thriving Nottingham, what's that all about?
Yeah, so Thriving Nottingham is a service that provides free health and wellbeing support. We help people to stop smoking, lose weight and get more physically active as well. We support adults and children, and we supply a range of different offers all over the city. It's for city residents or people registered with a city GP as well.
Are you part of a national organisation now?
This service is only, like I say, in Nottingham for Nottingham city residents, but Thrive Tribe is the company who provides the service, and Thrive Tribe provide other services nationwide as well. So they cover like Lincolnshire, all the way down on the south coast, some areas of London as well. So yeah, it's quite widespread.
How long has Nottingham been going?
So the Thriving Nottingham service is about a year old. We started in April 2024, so we had our first birthday about a month ago. So yeah, we just sort of spent the first year trying to promote the service, really bed in and build some trust in the city. Yeah. And now we like to think we've found a bit of a rhythm, and we're doing that, and we're supporting more and more people by the day, really.
Do you have a base, or is it purely sort of via the cloud? People contact you?
We do have an office. Yeah, we have an office near the station.
Okay.
But like I say, we've got clinics and hubs all over the city in sort of community venues, GP surgeries. So yeah, we're a bit everywhere.
How do we find you online?
So it's www.thrivingnottingham.org.uk. And we're on social media as well. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, LinkedIn as well. So yeah, we're everywhere. And we're wearing these yellow hoodies as well. You can't miss us.
Can't miss that.
I'll have to get the stabilisers back in.
Amy, you're project coordinator for Equation. What's that all about?
So the project coordinator role that I do is within our perpetrator work stream. So that's working with anyone who's recognised that they've been using unhealthy behaviours in their relationship and want to change that. But part of my role is doing outreach events, such as being here today at the recovery event, working in partnership with Double Impact, Clean Slate and Framework. So we like to get our name out there and talk about all the different sort of work that we do in Equation, which is working with male survivors of domestic abuse. We work with the LGBTQ+ community who is experiencing domestic violence and abuse. We go into primary and secondary schools about early education around healthy relationships, and then we also offer training for professionals who work in the city and the county of Nottinghamshire for them to learn and understand more about domestic abuse and the different sort of abuse types there is around the work that they do and how that can be integrated into the work that we do.
Have you got any more outdoor events coming up similar to?
No, so we did have one
here at the Arboretum.
No, so we don't have any outdoor events coming up, but obviously sometimes it's a quick turnaround where we get invited and we attend a week later. But we do always try and attend events at like wellbeing events at different colleges and universities, such as Nottingham Trent University. We have been involved with the recovery network for a long time now, so we've been at Cafe Sober and event up in Mansfield as well. So we also it's so important to raise awareness of the recovery that people are going through and how we can multi-agency work to support everyone who needs that support.
And you're a charity that's been going 40 odd years.
Yes, so it's a charity that began in the 1980s. Apologies, I don't know the correct date and year, but we started with the prevention work and the early awareness education in schools, and then we've built from there with the Male Survivor Support Service coming in around 2015, and then our perpetrator work streams coming in around 2020, 2021.
I really enjoyed it.
Laura, Walk Knots, you've supported the event here today.
I have, yeah. It's been absolutely fantastic. We had more people than we could have ever imagined turn up to the Clifton Walk from the start.
And there were two walks.
Two walks happening, yeah. There was a north route and a south route. So the north route started from Bulwell, and the south route started from Clifton Library.
Yeah.
I got there at 9:30 this morning, and I sat and waited and was a little apprehensive as to how many people had turned up. It was a little bit cold, so waited for them to turn up, and suddenly all these people appeared, and there were 13 of us set off from Clifton Library this morning, which was absolutely wonderful.
You didn't just walk along the road, did you?
No, we didn't. No, we went through the park, round the corner from Clifton Library, and walked in this beautiful green space. A lot of people had never been that way before, so they're talking about going back to it, going and visiting it with family and friends and things like that, which is lovely. We came round and we walked down through over to Wilford along the tram lines, and we went over the river there, where we were met by a wonderful lady called Eleanor. In the back of her car she had some treats and goodies for us to keep us going, and then we headed up towards the railway station and through the beautiful new green heart of Nottingham, through the Broad Marsh.
Yeah, by the Broad Marsh.
Yeah, and then through and up to the Robin Hood statue, so we visited the castle. And then up to the top of the hill, we dropped through the cemetery there, Nottingham Cemetery. Rock Cemetery. Is it Rock Cemetery? It's the Canning Circus Cemetery,
No.
It's not Rock Cemetery, it's the other one, isn't it? But it's got all the Commonwealth graves in it. It's absolutely stunning. And again, people hadn't been there before, so people have already taken that route home rather than going other directions, which has been really good. And from there, we met the Bulwell group there. So we came together. So we've come from two separate sides of the cities. We've met at that central point at the.
Get your timings right then.
You know what? We weren't too bad. We were about 5 minutes apart. So they've got there, they've turned round, and we're coming down the hill from the top. So actually, it worked out really, really well. And then we've come into the site together and had a bit of a cheer and a celebration. We've been given some lovely shiny badges for taking part, which is wonderful. But it's just such a lovely atmosphere here as well.
How long's Walk Nottingham been active?
Well, it's a bit of a longer story, I suppose, because active as Walk Knots in its own right, probably only about 12 to 16 months, somewhere around that. But actually before that, there was a run-up of about 4 years of prep, working with people across the city, bringing people together who work around walking, wheeling as well, obviously, which is not cycling, but mobility aids, scooters, things like that.
Okay.
So looking at walking and wheeling from people's doorsteps, and getting people moving more in their everyday lives, just getting out and experiencing their own neighbourhoods or wherever feels safe.
Do you have any sort of ideas for walks that people can find out about?
Oh, we have a website. We have a website that's brand new. It's called walkknots.org.uk. And on there you can find walking groups across the city and the county. You can find walking routes as well, and we're trying to pull more of those together as well, so we're looking for volunteers at the minute to help us out with that.
No doubt you're on socials as well.
You know what, we're not, only because we're building up to it. We've not quite got there yet.
Great to talk to you.
Lovely to talk to you.
Thank you. The ducks are enjoying themselves. That was a little bit different. If you ever enjoyed that video, please do like, share and subscribe. Tell your friends about it, and I will speak to you very, very soon.